Greetings, y'all. Greetings. So I had to go live because phone is weird. I have the I-15 Plus, and I don't know. Maybe somebody can give me some advice because for some reason this sucker is always saying that it is full, and I have offloaded and deleted until I pretty much don't have anything left. And it is just always saying it's full. So I will sit here and record a whole video like I just did, and then it says iPhone storage is full. So I did not get to post that video. So I just decided to go live. And what I'm talking about is um that people are saying Doechii is an industry plant. Is Doechii an industry plant? Wow. Why are they saying that? They're saying that because she is everywhere, and she is. Now, I have not heard about Doechii until I heard that she was supposed to be a rapper getting all these Grammys. And I heard about that because I don't watch the Grammys. I haven't watched it in years. Let's face it, the Grammys ain't been popping since what, y'all? 90s maybe? Maybe. Um, but Kendrick was tearing it up, so I was catching I guess, the highlights on that. And they were, talking about this Doechii person winning best rapper or something, and I was like, she's a rapper and she won best. That's like, is that scarce out there? Like, okay, okay, all right. So I didn't go listen to her music. I did add it to my playlist, but I'm gonna go ahead and dig it off. I mean, my phone storage is full anyway, so might as well. But people are saying she's an industry plant. She's winning all these Grammys. There's supposed to be a story that people have been pushing all over TikTok and YouTube about her supposed to be being homeless, sleeping in McDonald's and everything before she came out here. And, that probably was her story. I think they said she's been trying to get into the industry for about 5 years. And uh, TDE, I guess that's a label that Kendrick was on, is behind her and decided to push her. And from what I understand, she may have signed over the rights to her royalties in order to get them to push her. Because, when these record labels, they that's how they work. So that likely was the case. And the way the world is, people want to thrive right now, I guess. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they are pushing her and they're pushing her hard. Is her music good? I don't know. I don't listen to it. And I don't want to. Anybody they pushing, I don't want to listen to. Now, they are pushing Kendrick Lamar for sure, which I find suspect. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to talk about Doechii first because I don't want to throw y'all off too much. So, Doechii, I just saw on TikTok a second commercial with her and Will Smith in it. Of all people, Will Smith. The second commercial. Hi, everybody. Thank you for sliding through. Give me a heart. Give me a heart. And tell me what you think. I kind of find it weird that a lot of y'all come through, you don't say nothing, and you just leave. I mean, you can give your opinion. Do you think that Doechii is an industry plan or not? I guess my glasses are so clean that I can see the phone, I can see the chat and everything through. These are smart glasses, by the way. So you're actually listening to me through the Bluetooth of these glasses. I'll probably put these glasses in my TikTok shop when I finally decide to set it up, which I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I like them. They work very well, surprisingly well. Yeah, most people don't even know that I'm sitting here just listening to whatever. They see me talking, they don't see nothing in my ears, and I'm just talking and everything. But I do think she's a plant. I think anybody in the industry is a plant. So I kind of find it weird when people say industry plant. Because to me, I'm thinking, what are y'all saying? If they're in the industry, then aren't they an industry plant? Because don't they plant them in front of y'all? Because it's their job to do what? Promote and push whatever the industry wants to push. And what is Doechii about? I have no idea. I'm not a fan of hers. I'm not a fan of her music. I don't follow her. And I did hear about her statement on, I guess it's Hot Ones when she was eating the wings, which is at like the 5 minute, 5 second mark. And her and some other chick is on there. And she was saying, this is a red flag for me. And she writes on this little board she has, a little eraser board, straight men. As soon as she writes that, the other chick is like, oh my God, I was going to say men. Men are a red flag. What? Why is it necessary to attack men, period? Like, whether they're straight or not. But how in the world is all of a sudden a straight man a red flag? Wasn't people saying that her song Denial is a River is about males denying that they might be not straight? I haven't listened to the song, so I don't know, but that's just what I'm seeing on social media because they're saying it's contradictory now that she's saying that. It's interesting also that I saw a person comment and say she hasn't been around long enough to talk like that. I found that interesting. I'm like, hmm. So you saying if they've been around a long time, they can talk like that? Or you just expect them to once they've been around long enough? So you see, at the end of the day, when y'all say industry plant, who's an industry plant? If someone's an industry plant, aren't they all? Aren't they all? What is the industry about? What are they about? They're about marketing, control, power, money, and influence. So they want you to have whatever mindset at the time. And I guess right now it's her job to make you think that straight males are a red flag. That's not cool. That's not cool because what did straight men do? Why are they catching strays? Like that's weird. That's a weird thing to say. Why are they red? Why does the industry want you to feel like straight men are a red flag? So let's say somebody like me, I don't have like really any opinion or um, anything against anybody who is not straight, but it's not my preference. So my preference would be a straight man. She's literally said a heterosexual male is a red flag. That wasn't even necessary, but they were intentional in making sure that she say that because they could have said anything else. It's not a lighthearted statement. It's a very serious statement because clearly right now she's got people's attention. She's got a lot of influence, especially over the young girls. So saying something like that is likely gonna do what? Influence them to start thinking and talking like that. So what would be the point of that? Like what's the goal? For the young ladies to look at straight males and say, ew, you a red flag, I don't want to talk to you. So what you gonna do? Talk to nobody? You gonna talk to gay guys? Because why are we steering people away from straight guys? Why they gotta be a red flag? It was before. It was Um, what was it? Toxic masculinity. So now they're saying straight men are a red flag. So it's not okay to be straight. It's not okay to be heterosexual. What is that attack about? And why do people have a problem with somebody having a problem with them saying that? Because I saw in the comment section when people were having a problem with that, they were being attacked. And it's like, why would you feel offended because a straight or heterosexual male has a problem with what she just said because she just called them a red flag? There's nothing red flag about them just being there. Think about it. Then the other female sitting across from her says, I was going to say that men are a red flag. Okay, so the only people that's okay are people who are not men. So it's just an attack on men now. So if she's saying men, that includes more than just heterosexual men. So when people like, let's say impressive, because I watched Impressive's video, it was impressive, and it was another channel holder, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying like, no, Doechii isn't a red flag. I mean, she's not an industry plant. Doechii is just being marketed very well by her what do you call it? Her whoever's managing her company, or I forgot what you call it. But isn't it kind of like uh, Mr. Sadrake? Isn't that kind of like what he's calling himself, trying to inquire about so he can possibly sue about, because he knows that some things are pushed and some things aren't, even though it's not to say that he should be, because that happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. Some people get preferential treatment, some people get promoted, some people get favored at work, some people, and some won't, based upon, whatever criteria they have set. That's just how it works in every area. But it definitely works like that in the entertainment industry because that's their job. That's literally what they get paid for, what they have the big bucks for. Is literally their job description to um, put forth their money, their power, their influence to push certain athletes, actors, actresses, and performers to the forefront. So when we see a lot of them to the forefront and then some we don't see, then you understand that they have a big old marketing team behind them. They have a corporation behind them that are using all of those things to help push them, which is one of the reasons why people sign. That's like one of the main reasons why people sign. Like you have AZ Chikey, is that how you say it? He he, from what I understand, because I started following him after the Super Bowl, he's been around doing his thing for a long time. He has a good fan base and everything, but most of us didn't hear about this guy until Kendrick, rapped his verse, which was great for him to do. And I love the way he did it, and he smiled. He was proud of himself for doing that. Like I could just see it in my head as he doing it, like right now. It was just so great because he knew that that was gonna be huge for him. So he did get signed after that, poor fella. But before that, when he wasn't signed, most of us didn't know about him because he wasn't being pushed. So that's what they do. Once you are with the industry, then yes, you become an industry plant because they plant you. So when people say, is Doecheii an industry plant, or when people say she is an industry plant, then you doggone right. But they are definitely specifically interested in pushing her towards the forefront, and it is working. It is working. It is working. And what are the other celebrities like Will Smith and what is it, Tatiana Ali? That was little Ashley because she was in a commercial with Will Smith and Doechii dancing. What are they doing? They're doing their role because they are part of the industry too. So whatever the whatever it is that they want to push upon, you know, us, then that's what the people in the industry have to participate in. That's part of their job. So they're all industry plants. It's not no one above or below the other. All right, they're gonna be on the same marketing strategy, and you guys should pay attention to that. Another thing is, it bothers me that everything that we know, everything that we've seen and experienced thus far when it comes to the industry, especially the music industry, but the entertainment industry, period. But when you think about the music industry, and especially, our people, because, you see, I'm a brown skinned girl, right? So when it comes to our people, we think about those like Sam Cooke, Michael Jackson, and yes, Angie Stone, who didn't never get their just dues, who were um, bamboozled and hoodwinked, given, unjust, unfair deals, taken advantage of that, and which is kind of a standard. It's kind of a standard, but they end up leaving this earth before their time without their consent, like, you know, um, being forced out and leaving with the record companies having, like, a lot of financial benefit, having, control over the insurance, having control over their royalties, and gaining most of the benefit from all of the work that these people have done. That is very, very common, and we've seen it, and it's such a tragedy. Time and time again, you look at Whitney and then her daughter. We could just name them one after one after the other, and they benefit from you, and when they're ready, they get rid of you, especially if you're trying to gain, more than they feel like they wanted to give to you, or if you're trying to expose them. I don't understand why to this day it is just like instant. It's like second nature for most people to, when you see someone who's talented on TikTok or Facebook or, YouTube or Instagram, something like that. You go in the comment section and you be like, oh, you need a Netflix deal. Um, somebody should sign you right now. They need to sign them. They need to book you. You need your own show. And it's like, say for instance, Josh. I don't know his last name, but he's a comedian. I think all y'all know him. He comes on and he talks about pretty much whatever's going on, and he does a pretty good, like, it's almost like it's instructional, like it's like he's teaching, like he's helping people understand, pretty much what's going on with it. It's the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, or it's something political that's happening right now. He adds it into his comedy, and he, explains it, and everybody loves him. He's really, really great. He looks like a little kid, but he's an adult. And I've seen people in his comment section saying, "You need a Netflix special. You need this deal. You need that deal." And I'm like, he's not doing great enough for you? What are you saying about yourself? You want to give the power to the corporate. In fact, you love these people so much. You think they're so great and so talented that you want to feed them to the wolves. I think that a lot of people don't mean any harm when they say this, but I think that it's just your second nature. Like you're so used to saying that, like you don't even think first. And I think we should really be thinking about that, because you're only setting them up to really have only one situation and one eventual outcome. There's no other way about it, because that industry is never for us, and they're never for them. They're not. They will, if they want you, they will take you if you go to them, or they will come for you, right? And when they get you, then you belong to them, just like you were in the military, and you are going to push whatever message and agenda they want you to push. You are now influencers. So, yes, you will be an industry plant. That is your job, to entertain, keep people hoodwinked and bamboozled, and to push whatever, idea, a story, a message, or what have you. They're partially the media. They whatever story line that they want you to believe, they're gonna sell it because it's their job to do so. And they will be used and used and used. And a lot of times you fall in love with these people, or you've even followed them from before they were in the industry, and so you love them. And you really believe that they're genuine because, I mean, they're good at what they do, right? And it's never about that. It's never about you. It's about them being an industry plant. There is nothing good about the industry. Nothing good. And if you don't play your cards a certain way, you're going to end up coming out a sore loser with an early demise. But if you be problematic, or you get some kickback, or you feel like you want to get out of it, or you want to expose, or you want to say, hey, you owe me, pay me back, or you pay your tax, they're going to be like, okay, it's time for you to go. Time for you to go. You know, that's what it is. So it's just weird to me that I see, and it's really bothersome. I see a lot of people saying, hey, you should get a deal. Netflix should pick you up. You need your own show. It's like, you're not happy enough with what you get? I mean, everybody who's supporting them, that's not enough. Do you know what these people have to go through for what they get? And most of it is mm, like they're putting on a show. They're not really living the happy and fulfilled lives that, we're giving the Taraji, Monique, wasn't they coming out here whining and crying? Even Dave Chappelle, didn't he walk away? They offered him what, 50? He walked away. But then look, came back, didn't he? And jumped right back in, didn't he? And yes, people kind of change as they get a little older and whatnot. But I would say he's definitely changed a lot since he's been back. You know, the type of messages that he gives and the type of things he says, and has greatly changed gradually since he come back. Because at first he was kind of speaking up for himself. He was like, was it Netflix? He was like, don't watch my shows on there because they're not giving me my money and stuff like that. And then eventually they drug him in. That's why I have this like, I mourn the Kanye we used to know that has now turned into this Ye character. And I will forever rock his music. That music is legendary. It will always be as great as it is, always. And the impact that it has had on a lot of us and can still have anytime you play it. I don't care what nobody say, boy, I heard somebody try to take my old Kanye music away, right? I don't want to hear nothing new he got going on, right? I don't. After Vultures, I'm good. I'm good. But to see him like lose the battle, if you will, it's pretty sad, but it was expected. On my part, it was expected because it's like you're in there. You wanted to get in there. The history was there. The history was there. And you can't be as good as you are with music and samples without knowing the history, without studying. You can't be this fight the power and open mouth and open minded and outspoken about stuff if you didn't know the history. So he knew how this thing go. He knew what others went through, right? And a lot of them, as soon as they get in these circles, they see what it is. They already know what it is, and they jump right on in anyway. And a lot of them be promoting the same stuff. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. You know this. Listen, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. When I started to realize that these dudes really do um go for underage girls, like how your boy was getting exposed, Mr. Say Drake, how he was getting exposed. It started to open my eyes to a lot of others, even with Mr. Kelly, the situation with him and that tape and him and Aaliyah and everything. Then you listen to the lyrics and you like, this is not isolated. This is in unison. This is what the industry is about. I even listen back to Keith Sweat music. And I'm like, me and Aaliyah's the same age pretty much. We was the same age back then. We was the main ones listening to that music. And when I listen to it now, he was talking to us. You may be young, but you're ready. Almost all, it's, I had a collection, and I'm pretty sure I still do in my archives, where I went through to collect as many artists as I could who had a song or a verse that clearly shows that they are saying that they are into or want a underage girl. And without fail, you can pretty much find it in all of them. And it's like it was there the whole time. But we didn't know, we didn't realize, or we didn't know no better, you know? But the information is so readily available to us, and we still act like we naive. Come on, y'all. We not naive. This is not a question that we need to be asking. Is this girl an industry plant? It's clear as day. This is who they want to be before you. When they start pushing somebody like that, then you already know. You already know that it's a reason for it. And the reason is not going to be to benefit you. But you could tell me when the last time that something that they did was meant to benefit you, because we all love music. Man, I love music. If it weren't for music, I don't know. I don't think a lot of us would have made it through. I don't think a lot of us would have made it through. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. I don't know what we gonna, what we supposed to do about that. Cause I'm just to the point where I'm starting to question: are we supposed to even be allowed to enjoy music now? Because it's supposed to be Satan's territory, right? It really can't be no more truer than that. When you look at it overall, that's a stomping ground all day. You know, I saw because there's this thing about Sir Paul. Okay, if you guys don't know who Sir Paul is, I think some of you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say Sir Paul. But for those who don't know, Sir Paul is Paul McCartney, right? Okay. Um, whether however you feel about if you can call it conspiracy theories or just things that we hear, things that people deem as weird tales, or this ain't true or this can't be true. I've been here almost 50 years now, and I'm gonna tell you, we may, some of us may know a lot, but we really don't know nothing. And one thing that I feel like I do know is that it's very weird here And I just don't know how much of this is reality and how much of this is just a lot of other things. But I don't put nothing past being possible. And as far as them switching people and pulling the wool over our eyes, I 1 billion% believe that that has been taking place for a long time. There is just an extensive amount of research that I've done. There is just, this, I don't know, information for some reason has been given to me. I will, a lot of times, I'm be careful how I say it, but do wish I could just give it back and, men in black myself, because it's tough. It's tough knowing a lot of these things, and you just, mm-mm, it really is. A lot of people we seen in Hollywood and really thought that these were women. They were never women. People have been replaced, and that's something that we thought could never have happened. And people try to rationalize and explain things by saying, oh, their family would know. Their family would have said something. The wife would have said, how do you know? Right? Have you ever been anywhere near that type of situation before yourself? Do you know all of the things that are involved with being in that type of circle and that type of lifestyle? You think somebody can just say something or even give off that they may know something? Just like people attacking Angie Stone's children right now. It's a lot of people on this earth. So, you're going to expect different people to react different ways, and you can't really tell people what to do. But, it's just really cringe. It's really sad. It's really crazy to me because, for one, their mother passed away, and you attacking them based off what? Things you think you know, stuff you heard from the past, because they had an argument before, because you feel like they don't have a good relation, because you feel like, and then making demands that they come out and tell you this and tell you that, and then what you gonna do? What are you gonna do that uh Angie couldn't do herself, and she actually is no longer here anymore because she was trying to do, right? Um, Demanding that the children do it. So you demanding that before they even put their mama in the ground. And why they trying to conceptualize the fact that she ain't here? Have any of y'all lost your mama before? Because that's something that your brain, your brain don't automatically be like, yeah, my mama's gone. No, that's not how that works. It That's not how that works. No, that is a road that, you know, if I had the power, nobody would have to walk down. But that's just not how life works. But that's probably the worst one right there. You know. And they're right here fresh on it, and they're being attacked, and the people are giving them demands and telling them they need to do this and they need to do that. So you want them to take on something so that they can be laying up with her? Because I don't understand why you will put all this, like, attack them and put all this extra grief on them. And then, oh, they're not talking, they're not telling you about what? About what? You yourself are saying that this happened to her and it was not an accident. People are saying this. They're saying somebody intentionally caused her demise outside of it being an accident. But you want her children to come forth and just tell you stuff about it. Well, if it's criminal, Hey, shouldn't the law be involved? Shouldn't there be an investigation? They supposed to just come on social media and please your ears. That people really be tripping. They act like they really be doing something and knowing something, but at the end of the day, you gotta wonder if there's some kind of plant. Cause don't get it twisted. These influencers out here, oh please, they be just as much of a plant as the celebrities. Okay. And when you don't want to be a plant, that's when you get attacked up and down, left and right, side to side, in and out. Yeah. It's very difficult to escape, and it is very difficult to be in, and it is definitely difficult to get out of, and it's difficult to sustain and retire with some kind of great legacy and financial. You only the ones at the top have that. You can look at everybody else, and only certain select ones have that real um, financial backing and status and all that. But with Sir Paul, I was watching, I think last week, a video where a guy was like, oh, I don't know, I think it's an anniversary or something like that that came up. And so people have been, talking about it again lately. And I was watching a video, guy did like an hour-long video, and he just really being disrespectful and sarcastic because he doesn't believe it's true or it's possible. And I don't think he realized how disrespectful he was being because he was actually being disrespectful to Paul and everybody else. But, he was saying stuff like, oh, people think that there's a message in John Lennon and Paul McCartney or the Beatles music. Oh, you think you found hidden messages there, or you think you decoded something there. And he's trying to say, like, oh, they were just high on mushrooms and saying anything, and there's no messages in music. Music is just there for your fun and pleasure and entertainment. And I'm like, see, that's exactly what a plant looks like. And he's an influencer plant. As soon as he started talking like that, I already knew I didn't need to listen to that no more because that's weird. Because when you look around at the very same time, everybody's out here decoding what? Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance and his songs. And not only they not like us, look at how many people came on social media and was like, I had no idea, I didn't even know. And so they're going through the words in a song and they're figuring out what it is he's actually trying to say. And they're getting what he's saying about who? Drake. From what? The music. Music wouldn't even resonate with us if it had no meaning and no message. It's not just the megahertz, it's not just the sound and vibrations, which is very important, but it is also the words, especially because this is one thing he tried to knock. And this is also something that Kendrick does in his music too. But this is something the guy on his channel was trying to knock about John Lennon and Paul and the Beatles, that when they play their music backwards, it means nothing. And when they play their words in their music backwards, it means nothing. Don't you ever think that. Whatever you listen to, when it comes to music, it is programming. That is why that is Satan's world, because it's very seductive, it's very powerful, and it is very programming, and that's why it is so appealing to everybody. And they put so much into it, but it is the dirtiest, probably the dirtiest game out there. The sports game is dirty, Hollywood is dirty, but music. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. And to hear tell it, in 66, Sir Paul, in a car accident, which is a very common way, it's a reason why certain ways happen, passed. And he was replaced by a guy named Billy. You can do your own research, and if it's something you're meant to understand, fine. If it's not, then you're gonna be like, that's trash, that's crazy, and that's fine. Then you're just not meant to understand it. But I absolutely believe that that is true. And some people will say, well, why? The Beatles weren't even really the Beatles then, and blah, blah, blah. Honey, there's so much you would have to know to even conceptualize why. But at the baseline of it, same reason they got Doechii sitting up there talking about straight men are a red flag. And then the other girl talking about men are a red flag. And people should have a problem with that. People should have a problem with that because it's all gone too far. It really has. Because, at the end of the day, if somebody is, let's say, because there's just so many right now, it's like, it's not even just gay. It's like, I don't even know them all. But there's all kind of preferences or choices or just statuses out there, right? Um, Besides just gay, right? That wouldn't be heterosexual. So that was an attack on males, period. And it's like, why on earth is that necessary? Why would it even make sense for the industry to even want to put a man and a woman against each other? Because we having enough problems as it is. And if you stop and ask yourself, scratch your head and be like, what are we beefing for? That's not even, we weren't created to like not like each other and be like, yeah, you could have always got something bad to say about the other one. Yeah, we different. Yeah, we got problems, issues, differences, but we were never, that wasn't the idea. So why would we let, certain entities and people convince us that we're going to continuously have a problem with each other? It's got to be a benefit to them. It's got to be a benefit to them. To me, my happy medium is like being able to enjoy things without taking it too far. You know, there's no saviors out there. There shouldn't be any desires to actually get into, professional sports or Hollywood or the music industry, anything like that. And there definitely shouldn't be any desire to like really listen to thoughts and ideas of any of these industry plans because that's exactly what they are. But to recognize that one of their main job descriptions is to influence how you think and how you move. How you think and how you move. And that would be one of the main reasons why they needed to replace Sir Paul so they can keep that hot group going so they can have that power and influence. And if you got somebody sitting up there telling you there's no message in these guys' music, name a song that don't have a message in it. You cannot do that. You can't. If you can name any of your favorite songs, if you can name your favorite song when you was in high school, at prom, when you was a baby, or at any time in your life, right now, it's because that song did something to you. That's very, very, very powerful. Music is very, 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 very powerful. Very. And your subconscious mind, it connects right to it more than anything else. More than anything else. So, you got to be very careful what we are doing nowadays. especially with these people being all on social media and everything, is getting way too involved with them and too attached to them and following behind them way too much. When you look at what people are paying to go see Beyonce, listen, I mean, I don't have it. I could never, but if I had it, I still, she's not my cup of tea. And, I'm happy for y'all that love her. Some of those outfits, though, because, I'm a designer. I do be looking for, like, to see some of the outfits, because I don't know, it's recently. I think when her daughter started joining, I started looking over there, and I said, "Oh, that's cute. I like that." I was like, okay, so she be doing her thing, and which she should. She got all this money. So I said, let me go over here because I want to see what she wears. Some of those outfits do be outstanding. So I get it. It's mesmerizing, but that is what the industry is supposed to do to you. It's supposed to have you in a trance in a daze. But when you got an economy like this and you got, um, regardless of how you feel about it, y'all, um, the presidency and just the whole world, the economy going the way it is, because it's real weird. But it's been weird for a while, but it's definitely weird. It's kind of iffy for us. And people are spending thousands on tickets, and that ain't Jesus rising at all. You think they were paying to see that happen again? Just Jesus came and said, "Listen, I'm going to go on tour. I'm gonna reenact my rising, and y'all can come see it. I'm gonna be in these cities." And then ticket prices, they like that. And y'all like, this is Jesus, man. He can ready to rise for us again. We get to see this. I can understand y'all paying those ticket prices. Ain't no telling what kind of blessing you gonna get from saying that. But it's a woman that's performing who has admitted to being into what I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Christians and other religions that be paying and attending these concerts. Even the Christian music industry is foul as ever. There is no clean parts in these industries. No clean parts whatsoever. So they're all plants. They're all plants. And it's never gonna lead you anywhere good. It's not. It's never going. I can't understand why people were so tickled and entertained by that episode with Doechii, the first week. Because I guess I haven't seen it in a while. I'm used to the old style, where the guy is there. I can't remember his name, and he has the wings lined up. He has the sauces, and he tells you where the sauces, the name, all that. Break it down, and he's interviewing people. They're talking. They're eating. He's eating it too. He acting like it ain't bothering him because I don't think he really be having no spices on his chicken. But that's just me. And people be, you know, it be getting to them, but they be trying to answer the questions. That's the kind of show that I'm used to. What I just saw, and that was a little different. Then they had the Jack in the Box guy. It's like it was one big ad, but then it was also like it was like a one big skit. And to me, that just screamed, you're like, I don't know to say your product or their product, but I guess it's a little bit of both. But all you are to them is just something that they want to manipulate and control and get money from. That's all it is. And they put on that persona and everything because you look at this lady, and I saw the video where she was like, "Oh, I was, sleep. I was homeless, bro." She was definitely a different person um, in that video than she seems to be now. She is definitely full on locked in to her role. And for some reason, it seems like people see her as an underdog. And I don't get that. I don't know why, because no underdog is being pushed to the top. Kendrick, love him. Love what some of the things that he's done here. I sure love him kicking Drake's butt because I love that. And I don't like Drake. Hmm. But Plant, if he wasn't, he wouldn't be there. If he wasn't, they definitely wouldn't push him. If he wasn't, he sure wouldn't have went to no Super Bowl. If he wasn't, he sure wouldn't have got those Grammys. If he wasn't, stop playing with me. The, people wouldn't have their babies on TikTok dancing to the cuss words. Since when do we do that now? Oh, no, no, no. People wouldn't have their children word for word with the verses, cuss words and all. And mama's posting it like they proud. This is what 2025 is. Like that's just where we at. I'm just asking. That's just where we at. This is how they want you to be. This is miles away from how I recall we used to be. And then I asked myself, well, what is it all for? Because I see these babies and it's cute. I've been reposting a lot of it. It's cute, but it ain't good. It's cute, but you have to ask yourself, why is this happening? When something captures so much and so many like that, you got to be careful about it. You got to be wary about it. And you got to ask yourself, why is this happening? Jesus didn't have that many fans. Everybody didn't like Jesus like that. He could make bread spread. He can make water into. I mean, we was getting tipsy, bro. It was water, and then all of a sudden, it, wine is what, alcohol? I don't know. I just kind of like magic or some kind of power. Had what he had, 2 loaves of bread and some fish. Like how many pieces of fish and how many people ate? He was healing people. Lazarus was dead. Oh, we not supposed to say that word, man. Come on. People was blind. All kind of stuff. I mean, he was doing things right, but he never got that kind of popularity. But when it comes to this music thing, people ignore the hold that it gets on you. People ignore who you're really worshiping because really you're worshiping not only the music, you're worshiping everything that's being said, and you're worshiping these people. You y'all know good and well a lot of y'all are claiming to be Christians and stuff like that. And yes, I love music, y'all. I enjoy my music. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't enjoy music. If I ain't have music, I know this is bad what I'm about to say, but if I ain't have music to listen to, I'd have been snapped a long time ago. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't get with the music now. But like I said, when everybody's in a trance, you already know something ain't right. Something ain't right. That is not God. That is not Jesus, and it ain't nothing good. I don't care what you think you feel about it. You're supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to feel that way. But is that well? What's the result? What's the result? Please tell me, because at the end of the day, this great song that everybody loves, not like us, is supposed to be not only about Drake colonizing, right, and imitating. It's supposed to be about Drake being a pedo, which I got some stuff that I want to bring forward because I'm trying to figure out. Y'all don't believe it's true? Like I'm confused. Do y'all not believe it's true? You don't think you think it's just a song? Like are you like the guy who was doing the video? Like you just don't think that there's any truth to the meaning? It's just cute, it's catchy. Why would everybody at the Grammys scream A minor? Why would everybody at the freaking Super Bowl scream A minor? Because we copy each other? True. Everybody does copy each other. Everybody does what everybody else does, like you're robots or something. But is that what you were doing? Or do you really feel like dude is a minor? Is the economy that bad that people gotta get those likes and views so whatever's popping? Because that's what y'all do. I watch y'all on social media, especially TikTok, and it's like whatever is cool, then everybody gotta how they run at it. Everybody. And then, 2 weeks it'll be something else. And everybody doing it. I'm like, y'all don't feel weird? Because you doing what everybody else is doing, no matter what it is. You doing it. I mean, think about it. You got the nun, she was on here doing it. You got every you can't there's nobody you can't name who hasn't did the not like us thing. And it's like you're dancing and everything to a song that is saying that this guy is messing with little girls. So we just gonna dance at it. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because when we're dancing at it and everything, we're saying, cool, it's cool. So in the meantime, he just gonna keep messing with girls. Or girls and boys, whichever, I don't. Are we actually supposed to do something about that? Because I'm seeing people still going to his concerts, still looking at, listening to his music, still drooling over him, which, ew. I never, okay, you got your prayer. Okay, but talking about, oh, he can bounce back, or, oh, his album is outselling Kendrick this week, and, oh, yeah, Drake, oh, somebody check on Drake, and why are we checking on Drake? Huh? What's the name? What's the name of the young lady? She's a celebrity. And she did an interview on the red carpet. I think it was Entertainment Tonight or something. I have the thing. I'm gonna do a video on it. All the stuff that I've compiled. She was saying her and Drake is besties, and they talk about boys. The girl was 14 years old. He's going to girl high school football. Come on, basketball. We can do this all day. It's really, really true. That's why he was able to say it in a song. That's why he was able to say it at the Super Bowl. That's why people were able to say it at the Grammys. That's why he wasn't able to really do anything with no lawsuit. That's why Kendrick went in so hard. Did you really listen to his songs? Because I wasn't listening to Kendrick like that. I had the album down. I don't know if we're allowed to say that word, but when that album came out, that's when, like, I really first started listening to Kendrick. I was like, this dude right here, like, it's that whole album was, oh, I was crazy about it. I rocked it and rocked it and rocked it and rocked it. I was driving trucks then. Man, I used to bump that album in my truck every day. Okay? Every day. And I still bump it to this day. But after Damn, I think it was Mr. Morale. I didn't really listen to that. I kind of felt like it was for guys or whatever. So I didn't really listen to that. So I fell off until this beef came about. And then I was like, he really gonna go out? Because when Kanye was trying to go after Drake, I was like, you better get on. And then Kanye just, Kanye is a lost cause. He gone. Kanye a lost cause. So he disappointed me there. It's like he really wanted Drake's attention, like he wanted Drake to give him a hug or something. I don't know what the hell. But Kendrick was really going after him. And then when he started hitting him on that, I said, wait, hold up. He doing what? And I started looking into it. And I'm like, it's right here, plain as day. And then you listen to his music, because I can't stand his voice. I can't stand his face. I can't stand nothing about. It's like I do think something is wrong with y'all. Y'all like Drake. His voice is annoying. His singing is trash. He robs everybody blind. He lies about all his work. He manipulated and took advantage of pretty much everybody that came through his camp. He's like another Diddy. And I'm like, y'all praise him and make him number one, and he's a cultivator on top of that. And he's a pedo too. He's a whole PDF file. Right? But then when I listen to even this new album he got out now with who is it partying with his nose at the party, playing with his whoever that guy is, he got an album with, I don't know. They was doing a review of his songs, and they did a review of one of his songs, and it was like, give me a hug or something. I'm like, hold up, listen, let me tell y'all something. First of all, the title, the title alone tells me that I'm almost 50 years old, okay? So I'm a grown woman. Even if I was in my 30s or my 20s, that song would not be for me. That song would not appeal to me. I'm talking about even if I was in my 20s. Give me a hug? That's some teenage shit right there. Then I'm listening to his lyrics all throughout his catalog. I'm like, he's talking to little girls the whole time. And then I see all these grown males talking about, oh, they really, really aren't Drake fans. A lot of guys were saying they were more Drake fans than they were Kendrick fans, but they just have to admit that Kendrick won and he did really good. But they're really, really Drake fans. And I'm like, oh, 'cause you really be going after little girls too. So you use these songs to help you get little girls. That's the only thing I can think of, because what mature adult will listen to it? First of all, it's trash. It sounds like trash. He sounds like trash. Maybe it's the spirit, maybe it's the energy. Maybe it's my spirit and my energy versus his spirit and his energy. But I cannot, okay? It sounds like hot garbage truck juice. Whenever he opens his mouth, whenever his face appears, that's what it looks like. Hot garbage truck juice. I'm sorry, I don't get it. But his words, he is not talking to no grown women. And throughout the years, he's pretty much keeping the same thing. No, no. New Edition, they used to be like, Candy Girl, you're on my world. I need your love each and every day. You know, little, uh, the boy bands, when they were little boys and teenagers, and down my heart, that was the boys. You can down my heart. Yeah, they would say little cute stuff like that when they were younger. But then as they started growing older, they had to start talking about mature stuff. They had to, because they growing up and we growing up. Drake is saying the same stuff, which he never should have been saying ever in the first place, because he been a whole grown man the whole time. But he been talking to little girls this whole, your mom's kicking you out. Who mama? First of all, my mama been dead. But as an adult, who's staying with their mom? Okay, my point is, we we doing all this dancing and two-stepping and sliding across the floor and everything because say Drake, we hear you like I'm young. But who's sending him to cell block one? Nobody. Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. In fact, ain't nobody even talking about that. Y'all talking about the beef. You talking about the performance. You're talking about the song. You're talking about Drake's new album. You're talking about his record sales. You're talking about him sitting in a club by himself. You're talking about who he's promoting, um, him taking a break from his tour. You're talking about everything else except for the fact that Kendrick just told us some heavy stuff. And you repeating it every time you sing it. So what are y'all doing? You saying free R. Kelly? That's what you're saying. Free Diddy, free. It's definitely free R. Kelly though, right? Right? Because we don't care. And let the, what do they call it? The boy, the Nambla people, let them rock out, right? Because it's a preference. It's preference. And that's just Drake's preference. Because y'all knew, because I never looked that guy's way. Ugh. But y'all knew he was hanging with these little girls this whole time. Before Kendrick even made that song. Y'all stood there and y'all watched that girl do an interview, just like the grown-ups, that grown man and woman who interviewed her. Thank you. Y'all listen to them and watch them interview her while she said her and Drake are besties and they talk all the time and he gives her advice on boys. What does he give? If that was my daughter, mama or dad, if that was my daughter and this grown man was supposed to be her bestie and he's texting and talking to her and hanging out with her, and the main thing they talk about is boys. First of all, they ain't got nothing to talk about, nothing to hang out about, or nothing. I don't care that both of them are in the industry. He should not be hanging out with her. But they are hanging out and he's giving her advice on boys, and then the interviewers are just like, oh, that's cool. And blah, blah, blah. Y'all can't see what's happening right now? And then where's the outrage? There's none. Everybody just loves Drake, right? So if that was your daughter, you'll be okay? Well, probably so. I guess that's how R. Kelly ended up with half the girls he ended up with, or probably more than half, right? But people will sit back talking junk about them parents. Where's the parents? We need to get the parents too. Well, you'd be one of those parents. Yeah. That's why y'all are reposting your children dancing to all the cuss words and all of the things that Kendrick is saying. I'm not saying Kendrick is saying something wrong. He calling this dude out. That's serious, but that's grown folk business. It's okay for the children to understand that somebody's standing up for the children. Somebody saying, I see this. I don't hang with them. This ain't cool. I don't approve of it. And I don't rock with him. And I'm not going to be cool with him. He does this. Oh, and Cole need to stop being fake too. Yes, he said that. We're not going to let that slip by too. Because Cole is foul too. And people need to look more closely at him. And I never, listen, me and Cole from the same city, boy. You talking about somebody who was cold? Uh, yes. Mm-mm. Not since I found, first of all, I didn't even know Cole and Drake were cool. I wasn't into them people like that. I didn't know they were besties and buddies and hanging out and all three of them was friends and all. I listened to Cole music, I listened to Kendrick music. I ain't know nothing about them hanging out and all that other stuff. It wasn't that deep for me. But this whole situation, it really had me digging. And it exposed a lot that I didn't know, but to find out that so many people knew this all the time. And not only has Cole been hanging out with Drake, they've been doing songs. They even decided together. I don't know how that conversation got started. I don't know who the genius was on that, but it probably was both of them simultaneously. I don't know. But they got together and they decided that, we the big three and Kendrick ain't here, so we gonna challenge him on this. And then Cole gonna drop a little diss track. Then he gonna go apologizing. But he's still cool with Drake. If Kendrick knows what he knows about Drake, if I can find out what I know about Drake, if y'all know pretty much the same things that I can find out about Drake because it's all public, imagine what Cole knows about Drake and Cole hangs with Drake. Imagine what, yay. By the way, what happened to that little lawsuit that was supposed to be coming his way? It got silent. I get it. I get what happened with Jay-Z. We saw that. You know, honestly, I think that was a plant. I really do. It makes all the sense in the world. It's very smart, and it worked well. I think the Jay-Z lawsuit was a plan. Um, y'all kept calling his name. Diddy went down. Everybody kept saying Jay-Z. We waiting on it. He next. And then here comes y'all plant, cause she y'all plant. Uh, Jaguar, God please. She was saying stuff about Jay Z. Most of it shit wasn't true. I don't care what they have to tell y'all. Wasn't nobody messing with her like that. She just not. She's not one for the crowd. She's not like a boy. She missing. She ain't the right one. She's not one that's gonna be invited to anything, much less the party. And if you pay attention, she was never there. Okay, she was never there. And who can be everywhere and everything and know everything and be everywhere anyway? I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but anywho, just like she planted that lie that they put her in the lawsuit, and y'all fell for that. Y'all said y'all really came out here doing videos saying that they put Jaguar right in the lawsuit, and then you believe that the Jay Z lawsuit is real. You actually thought Jaguar Wright was in a lawsuit. These people playing with y'all so hard, it ain't even funny. But uh, once Jaguar went on Pierce show and people saying Jay Z, P Diddy, you next because of P Diddy and Jaguar came out here, it only made sense for them to go grab somebody and be like, "This what I want you to do," and there she go with a fake story. Come on now, who going up against Jay Z and Beyonce? Nobody, babe. Nobody. Now, if you telling the truth and you got a real story, who going up against Jay Z and Beyonce? Oh, I'll wait. Um, Nobody. There. Listen. Hmm, a layman person that would be you and I. Certainly not. There are plenty of celebrities that are breathing and not breathing that have been stepped on, if you will, by those two. They ain't went after them. Everybody knows that those two are untouchable. Everybody knows that. And not even because of you fearing what they would do to you. Just imagine what they would do to you. Y'all saw Jay-Z's response to that. He was ready to put that response out. That's another reason you know it was orchestrated by him. He used that to make an example. Nobody won't let y'all touch those two. Okay? I promise you that. So you think you gonna have a lady come out with a fake story and she's gonna be okay? The lady have to be, I'm not even gonna say crazy. It's just not happening, bro. It's not happening. That's them putting that out there, okay? And it makes sense because now people gonna say, "Hey, Jay good, he ain't did nothing. We gonna we gonna stop messing with Jay. We not gonna say Jay Z next, Jay Z next, because that's what everybody was saying. Jay Z next, Jay Z next, Jay Z next." And Jaguar came out. She went on Pierce. They had to put a cease on Pierce. They said Pierce, which is right because Pierce was allowing it. There's no proof, and then Pierce was giving commentary as if, as if she's telling a true story. So Pierce was wrong in the way that he went about that interview. He was. So they were justified in contacting him, um, and having him to check that because legally they could have hurt him. They could have ended Pierce. They really could have. But they let him breathe. And, once they did that, that's when they really was like, yeah, but he won't sue Jaguar. I don't like it when y'all say that because first of all, let you have a petty incident. And I'm calling it petty because it's not worth millions, right? But it could be worth thousands. It could be worth hundreds. But say it's you and a neighbor or something like that. You are not going to court. Somebody might say, yeah, you need to sue them. You gonna think about that and you'll be like, it's not gonna benefit me to go through all of that. The time I gotta work, the money, it's gonna cost me too much. So when you look at suing Jaguar, First of all, we got things going on. We ain't got time to be sitting down going to no court over no Jaguar, right? And she don't got. I'm looking for a turnip to try to show you that blood don't come from a turnip. This and that, this niente. She got nothing. What they gonna do? Give us some jail time? Like, come on, stop playing. And if anybody did half-ass research on Jaguar, they already know what it is. But y'all made a conscious decision to dub her whatever you did. That's fine. That's on you. But y'all was swearing up and down that Jay-Z was next. And I don't know nothing about, any of that, so I have no idea. However, I do know that this is the industry, and most men with power, that's what they do. And birds of a feather, right? That isn't that even what Kendrick says. Okay. Um, it made all the sense in the world. See, now y'all like Jay Good. Jay Good, they try to play homeboy too. That's messed up. Oh yeah, he the goat again, which that's crazy. But he can be y'all goat. He can be y'all goat. So who else? Yay. Another plant because they're all plants. Didn't somebody come out and I believe they said she had a lawsuit against him or she was gonna file or something. I don't remember how that went. But I know he got to talk about it a couple of times. Nothing came of it. Was that real? Was it real? I don't know. I didn't look up the document, so I don't know. Y'all tell me. What do you think? Do you think somebody was really suing Ye? I don't think nobody gonna mess with Ye. Same reason I don't. Nobody's gonna mess with Jay or Bay. Ye play. You know, he played that cray cray, and he is cray cray. But Ye don't get to that status by happenstance. Okay, so you can play with it. You can do what you want to do with it. Um, ain't nobody messing with him. You best believe he a monster. He definitely is a monster. That's clear as day to me. And when I realized that Ye is really, really a monster, that's when I really knew I was done with him. He is so off the hinge. I don't want to listen to any of his new music. I don't care about no bully or whatever else he dropped. First of all, it's gonna be trash. And in my whole life living, it hurt my soul to say that. I never thought I would say anything come from Ye would be trash. But that's the reality we are living in. And it's okay. And admitting it, understanding it, and being able to walk away from it is the most powerful thing because Ye left such a discography that, in my opinion, is untouchable by anybody else. Like, can't nobody do nothing for me compared to Ye's. I got a whole playlist. It's all Ye, and I can do it all day, all day, all night, and I can have a dictionary at the source and the etymology book and all that, and I'm still gonna be just like, fuck them words. I don't need to explain to you how this shit making me feel right now. It's priceless. And he did what he was meant to do with that. It can never be replicated, duplicated, and he ain't touching it again. This dude, whoever Ye is, he ain't touching Kanye West ever, ever. And I don't ever want to mess with Ye because to me, Ye is evil. He pure evil. He is a monster. I know it in the depths of my soul. Anything that come out his mouth is not gonna be good for my soul. I don't want to hear. I had a hard time listening to Bully. I mean, Vultures. There was some. There's a couple of songs on there. I was like, okay, you know. But at the end of the day, even some that I like, his lyrics are problematic, especially coming from supposedly being into Jesus and all that kind of stuff. Like, bro, you're not hey, play with God if you want to, but you're not finna play with me. Nah, you're not. You didn't go from 1 minute fake hollering, and I told y'all that shit was fake. I told y'all that shit was fake. Hollering about his daughter, not his children, but his daughter. Notice she is presented in the industry just like uh, Blue is. They just doing it differently. You know, they're um, very upscale about it with Blue, and with Ye, you know, it's the wildlife. But everything he complained about with Kim, that's how he rolling with her. That's how he rolling with her. He didn't want her on TikTok, but she can hang with him. Oh, while he hanging with these dudes at these concerts. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. She can hang with you, with your wife that's naked. She, you can walk around with a naked wife and show your daughter. I said your mama wasn't a good example, but This is what this is how you should be. I told y'all that shit was fake because Kanye and Ye knew who the hell Kim Kardashian was when he pursued her. He knew exactly. That's why I wasn't tripping when Ray J did I made it first. I hit it first. To me it was hilarious and Ye deserved it. He deserved it. And I caught exactly what Ray J was doing when he made that. Hey, you gotta get blocked for that, bro. You can't come in here talking like that. You know that. Cut it out. And I'm just gonna go ahead and block you. All right? We gonna go on and get you up out of here because you tripping. I don't know why it won't let me delete it. But yeah. That's not even cool. I'm gonna do the keywords next time. I didn't even know people was gonna do that, but that's okay. I saw y'all troll Godfrey the other night. I was like, man, y'all better be glad I wasn't in that line because I was hot about that. Come on, where the watermelon at and all that. Then talk about his complexion and everything. I was like, y'all better leave my boy alone. Y'all be hating and mad over what? Over what? Over what? If we got half our shit back, bro. Yeah, I mean, you just mad because we us? Come on now. But anywho, um, that shit was fake. He knew who he married. He knew who he decided to have children with. Huh? That dude off his rocker. Off his rocker. And he likes to have control. So he decides that he wants to be the one to be able to pimp North. Okay. We're gonna sit back and watch how that turn out. But just know that dude is evil. That dude is evil. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know the dynamic between him and Bianca. But something is up. It's weird. Now, to be honest, when y'all first was saying uh, she's in trouble, um, she's being manipulated, she's being controlled, she's being abused, she needs help and stuff like that. I didn't like that. I felt bad. I felt like y'all was being disrespectful to their marriage. I feel like y'all was being disrespectful to her because she's an adult. She's an adult. And she's with a guy she chooses to be with, and they're doing whatever they choose to do. But I think it took a while to sit on me. And I think it's also too because I'm familiar with like BDSM. There's all kind of situationships, relationships that it might not be something we might be into, but for other people, that's their thing. That be their thing. And maybe they had a dynamic, and it still could be the case that they just have this dynamic where whatever that is for them, they like it. Because again, she's an adult, but that Grammy carpet scene, yeah, that did it for me. That did it for me. The fact that in a combination of his tweets at that time, that this guy could be so tasteless, arrogant, and careless. After he'd spent all these years talking all this other shit, if no, I'm not gonna say if because there was some respect left for Ye and Kanye because they're both there. Well, I don't know about Kanye. I think Kanye West is gone, but because of Kanye West. And when I seen all the people doing all the videos talking about some, Oh, y'all saying, but he made College Dropout. Oh, but he made, oh, but he made, oh, but he made. I never thought that applied to me. I had to really catch myself with this dude. I never thought that applied to me. I thought they was talking to everybody else. Because they're literally saying that. They're literally typing that. I'm a comment section person. Always have been. So I'm seeing them, they're typing that. So I'm like, that's who they talking to. They're not talking to me. Because if I see something that I don't like, I don't approve of, then I just don't like, I don't approve of it. But I think we held on too long with this guy. I think we always wanted and or expected more out of him. Kind of like, ooh, excuse me, that just jumped out of nowhere. Like, kind of more like what we're seeing out of Kendrick. I think eventually we thought he was gonna get there, and so people was hoping that he would win the battle, whatever battle he was in, and he would get more along there. And he went in the opposite direction fast, and then got the nerve to come back here and be like, "Oh, you killed my arch nemesis," and I'm like, if y'all don't get this dude a guardian, I want him to have a guardian, a conservatory, a guardian ad litem, a babysitter, a nanny, all that, all that. If these rumors are true about him and substances, which I believe it, because when you're no longer taking the medication that will also make you what? FAT. He already said he don't like that. I don't think we like the looks of him when he get pudgy. But I don't think society really likes it when anybody's overweight or obese. So him being also in the industry, which is another reason why his mama went and got surgery, unfortunately, because people judge. And it's a no-no. When you're in fashion industry as well, come on, what models are y'all seeing? You already know. It's just really, really looked down upon. So I think that if he's no longer taking that medication and not like in a way it makes you feel, because it's very much mood and mind altering, um, he definitely was clear that he didn't like that it makes you gain weight. He needs something else. Because if he's so chemically unbalanced that he needs medication to help him be chemically balanced, he gonna need something. I don't know what that something can be. Some people, it can be THC, it can be, that cheap. Some people, it could be probably Valium, it could be Adderall, it could be, Molly Percocet. I don't, that song that Kendrick actually was on. I never noticed he was on it until I started putting all his music on. I'm like, let me go ahead and listen to everything. Because people saying this message come from here and it goes with here. It's like puzzles all over the place. I was like, oh, this is seriously? Oh, let me go see. Download the song. And I was like, I never wanted to listen to that song. Because I'm like, are they really saying Percocet? Molly Percocet? I was so mad when that song came out. Like, how dare they? But I never listened to it. Then when I'm like, wait, Kendrick is on this? Then I hear High to the Halo. I'm like, he is on this. But, at the end of it, his verse, I see how he took advantage of the situation to kind of try to. So his message was, and I noticed he did that with a couple of other songs. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to understand. He's on this track with this guy, and that guy said some crazy shit. But he's trying to bring it to, okay, like, hey, I'm gonna grab them. All right, but listen to what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? So I kind of looked at it like that, but then I heard something from, I think it's 2017. I forgot the name of the dude, but it was like a song about a freezer, ice or something. He had this funny looking car, probably somebody in Atlanta, which is here. And Kendrick was on it, and both of them was on some wild. Shit. Even Kendrick was like, I don't think I could do the gesture, bro. Like they was both straight thugs in there, but I mean it was 2017, so I don't know. I don't know. But see, th- these dudes be auditioning to get in that industry. Should it be excused because you was auditioning to get in the industry? In my opinion, no. Because first of all, why are you auditioning to get in the industry? Regardless of what you're gonna say as far as the reason why you want to be in the industry, we already know what that is. So why do you want to be there again? Oh, because you want to be a part of that. That's all. You want to be a part of that. You want that money, power, respect. You want that. You want all that, and you're willing to accept. You're willing to sign over. You're willing to sign your soul. So that's what it is. Ain't nobody innocent. Ain't nobody clean. Ain't nobody good for the good. Ain't nobody for the us. But I do expect, and this may take some while. You know, like how it took them a long time with Cosby. I don't know. I mean, we was fortunate enough to get access to the trial and everything. I kind of have a feeling that that was really about something else. I really think that was really about something else. Yeah, but it took them what? How many years? I think they said 50 some years where they came out. You just never know. You just never know. I think it's a hard road to ever be able to come out on somebody like Yay. And I think that situation is a little bit more sticky than Diddy. I do. And I heard a couple of stories from a couple of guys who worked with him who said they did songs. The one guy, I don't know these cats, so I don't remember no names or nothing, but one guy was doing an interview and he was saying that he was recording with Ye, because they interview these guys and they ask them about these things and talked about it, and they were saying like how Ye is the type, he gotta get to know you, he wanna hang out with you, and y'all might get together the day before and hang out and you don't record nothing, but it's about vibing and getting that energy and everything. And somebody been a long time, yay, music, anything. I'm gonna be interested in, how did he get there? Because when he collab with these dudes, it would just be crazy. So then they say like the next day, they'll get in there and they just be crazy. You know how they work, but um, he was saying that they were working, and I think he said it was like four of them, four of the guys in there, and I think it was a couple or at least one other rapper or whatever in there out of the four of them. So maybe at least three of them were actually rappers or putting a verse on there. And he was like, "We need to take a break because I need some da, da, da." And he said that Ye had his wife come in and serve him in front of everybody, and had other girls come in and serve the other guys in front of everybody. And that is not something that's uncommon with this type of environment. But just when you think about the story and some of the elaborations that I heard about this story, that was about what's her name, Bianca. That also had me like, So the wife title is yeah, I do think that I think he probably is a very, very abusive person. And I think that he does not. Someone did a video not too long ago, and I do think it was a woman, but they were saying that he doesn't like women. And that didn't dawn on me before. They were saying that they don't think he likes women. Not that they were saying he's bad for the other team, per se, but just that he has some kind of disdain or something for women, period. And I was like, hmm, hmm. I had to really do some thinking on that. That's the, I wish I could remember who that was. In fact, it's kind of coming to me, and it may not fully come to me, but when it does, I'm gonna share her channel and her video. This was my very first time watching a video by her, and she did a very good breakdown. I was very impressed. Um, she she was saying, yeah, she was saying a lot. She was saying a lot, and it had me really, really thinking that this guy, yeah, this guy just might be, in that situation, just might be something very sinister. I remember hearing some talk that her father or brother, what have you, some family members just was not um, feeling the way that she's changed since she's been with him. The way that she's dressing in public, and where it seems like she's being controlled and disrespected. And of course, he either ignored it or shut it down or whatever. And from what I understand, her family ain't nothing to play with. Like, her family bigger than yay as far as status and all that. I never looked into them. I just was kind of, getting information from other channel holders. And to know that this guy was like, boom, 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 he kept going, and it got worse. I said, yeah, this is definitely an abuser. He's definitely somebody that really enjoys being that way too. Um, I think that was his issue with Kim, just the control overall, and not being willing to say, "Oh, we switching? Okay, cool. So we gonna be modest and church wife like. I'm first lady now. We switching roles now." I don't think she really realized what she was marrying, and so he was ready to play a different role for a little while, and she couldn't afford that, especially at the way he built her image and the fashion and all that. She was she thought she was a sex symbol. I'm gonna put it like that, because she really did, and y'all was really telling her that too. That's crazy. But after Kanye built her, definitely she was, and he wanted her to destroy that and then create a preacher's wife type of persona. She wasn't gonna do that. She wasn't gonna do that, and I think that was probably the first time she really said a no to him and stood her ground. And he was done after that. Then he gonna flip out and cause all this drama and stuff. That boy really wasn't trying to be with her no more after that. I never thought he was. That was more about causing havoc for her and her family because he lost control. So he was throwing a fit. Yeah, yeah. And when people say his mama passed, he ain't been the same, his mama passed. I think it's deeper than what just people are saying. Oh, he misses mama, he more than his mama now. I think a lot of these issues with these women and are coming from the fact that his mama passed and the type of relationship that they had. I think he mad at that shit. And he's taking it out on these women because, bitch, you here, but my mama ain't here. Type of deal. Yeah, that's what I see and sense from that. Mm. And somehow with this Bianca chick, she down for whatever reason. She down for whatever. I remember now. I knew it was, I'm glad it came to me. The young lady who was doing the video, um, you know how we look at it kind of like Ye wants to he wants his women to be like a canvas so that he can create them, so that he can style them. You know, today it might be this look, 6 months from now it might be something else, a year from now, or 2 months from now it might be something else. But whatever he's doing, he's the creator, and you are supposed to be his, empty canvas. I think that, yeah, I think that this nut here, she said that he's not building them into anything. He was slowly erasing Bianca. And as soon as she said that, it was clear to me. Yeah, he was, because he did. And that is definitely abuse. If you look at it, the pictures they were showing, and the story behind, who she was, how she lived before then, um she I didn't know my chat was stuck. I didn't even see. I was wondering why I was stuck on that one comment. But you saw a different woman. You saw a lot of life. She was. They had. Hey, blah blah blah. I went to school here. Blah blah blah. I work here. Blah 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 blah. She was out living like a person. And then here we are to somebody who's at the carpet with almost no facial expression, because he did have something there that was pretty readable. He wasn't great at disguising his either, but what I saw from him was I turn and type, yeah, some yeah anime, like, when we get done, we get up out of here, which is probably one of the reasons why he abruptly left. People say he was kicked out. Well, he wasn't no kicked out. No, I don't know if he thought that was a mic drop moment. He probably did. He's sick here because Kanye is sick. He's sick. He's sick, and I feel really sorry and scared for his daughters and his son. Because imagine what kind of dude he gonna teach his son to be. But this is what he is choosing to show them. Two daughters now. After, wait, three daughters. Because they got three girls and one boy. They got four children. Oh. And this is what he is choosing to show them. After doing all of that hollering about Kim and Chris, you know, Chris, to hear him tell that Chris was gonna have North street side, baby. You know, she a Mac, and look at him. Mm-mm, mm-mm. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. You ain't gonna tell me they don't have him. Kanye is definitely gone. But I think that's a very evil, dark place that he's gone to. And I think that when nobody ain't around, nobody ain't watching, you can't hear, he is devastatingly, disgusting. And some other things. Yeah, sure. So, anywho, there was a lot of different people that I kind of threw in there, but it's all industry. So, at the end of the day, to me, it's relevant because there is no good there in the industry whatsoever. Whatsoever. And I don't know why I'm thinking about snacking, but y'all ain't saying nothing in this chat. That is so wild. So wild. A part of me is kind of like, I don't know why I don't get on chat and saying nothing in the chat. But then, I don't want to say nothing in the chat. Don't say nothing in the chat. It ain't happening for a reason, I guess. I don't know. I guess, how can I say? I think I'll keep that to myself, but mm, if I start accepting offers, then I'm pretty sure my luck would change with things. I don't even, can't even say I'd be tempted because I don't. I really don't. Although I have been, and I think I kind of am to a point to where I do sort of kind of be like, F it, because it's not, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. But then again, how can I say it's not that deep when I know exactly what the recruitment means? That's like a saying, like you getting ready to turn a corner, so you stop right in the middle of the corner, right at the beginning of the corner. I mean, the rest of the corner is there. Are you afraid of corners? What you gonna do? You gonna turn the corner? Are you gonna go back? Or like, what you gonna do? Um, the small things are definitely introductories to bigger things, to full-on entrapment. And I probably would be running around here like, oh, excuse me, like, yay, off my rocker, and probably scream to some my lungs, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, yeah, here's the story. Mm-mm-mm. Only to be tortured way worse than now. A lot of people know this before they even join. And they join anyway. Not to necessarily, I don't know why birds are chirping because it's only 3 o'clock. I hate when they mess with time. It's so weird. But it's only 3 o'clock. Them birds need to figure something else out. Because stop it. Stop it. You gonna give it another hour because I'm really feeling a nap right now. And I'm gonna take my nap. You're not gonna be chirping on me while I'm taking a nap. See what you trying to say? I can't take one now? Is that time has passed? It's a wrap. Nah, bro. Let me get a little bit. Let me get a little bit. I gotta shut the brain down for a second. So everybody who came through, I appreciate you coming through. Whether you stayed a while, hopefully you guys hit that heart. I don't see any donations or anything, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, We're not doing that. Do-do-do. Yeah, I don't see any real activities here. We don't, but good talk. Good talk. I think I'm gonna put this on YouTube because I know I'm gonna be talking more about this. And I definitely want to clip the part where I was talking about Drake. Because my question still stands and it's going to always stand. What's up, y'all? The thing is, he like immune. So should he be going to sell bloodline? I know he shouldn't be uh, around girls. Like, there's more than enough there to show that homeboy is a PDF file. So why y'all singing the song, but you really ain't paying attention to or caring about what the freak is going on? Mm. Okay, the song. You liked it. It's cool. Yeah, A minor. Did all that. We did all that, bro. What y'all supposed to do now? Oh, you just gonna repost your little children dancing to all these different Kendrick songs. Mm. Cuss words in them and everything. You got your little boys rapping, saying the cuss words and everything. And y'all reposting it. I just want to know one thing. Hold on. I'll be right back. Won't take me that long, y'all. It'll take me like a couple of minutes. Cause I'ma do it in your face. In your face. Before I go to sleep. Alright. Let me ask a question. Cause I'm trying to figure out. These are some cookies I made earlier. I'm trying to figure out when did y'all. Oh, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I seen that video earlier where the little boy was like seeing himself in the mirror. He was white. I think that's a direct result of all this viral Kendrick stuff. And he realized, man, them brown people cool. I can't believe I'm this white. Because he was coming to his mind. He was like, why my skin so white? It was, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was odd and awkward. Because it's like, is this his first time looking in the mirror? Or this is his first time noticing his, like, skin complexion in comparison to her skin? Like, it was just too weird. Like, where did that come from? Then he was trying to wash it off. He was like, it's too white. He was looking at the toilet seat. He was like, it's that white. He was very pale. He was like, I'm trying to get it off. It was getting kind of scary. And she was like, cause you're white. And I'm like, Did she just tell her son that he's white? I mean, because he's not really white. So that's how you teach your children who they are? You tell them they're white? Yeah, I know that was like, I mean, I know all names and titles came from somewhere. Amen. But we know what's up with the white and black titles. And she was telling him this because you're white. I was like, wow. While videoing and posted it on TikTok. I just, it's like people don't even think or care anymore. It's whatever you think is going to get you the most likes, views, and probably go viral. I really would like to know, is it more about the economy they got you acting like that? Or is it, you just don't care anymore? Because if you don't care anymore, why y'all still arguing over who's in the presidency? Why? What Trump and Elon doing? What are they doing? I haven't looked in a couple of days. It's kind of scary just keep looking at it. So I'm, mm, it's weird. Oh, that's because I have the lights too. I thought the TikTok was doing that blinking, but yeah. So y'all, not bad. They're airy and they melt. So I've had a TikTok shop for a while. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and start putting products in it. Mhm. I have a case. It's got like rose gold trim, and the trim has been lasting a long time. But these smart glasses, oh, these are my homemade napkins I made a long time ago. I even I dyed the cotton side. Yeah, but I have some white ones too. Smart glasses. Mm-mm-mm. They're cute, and they work very well. They're very nice. Very nice. Work very well. These are on. I'm using them right now. You can hear on them real good. I was out for a walk earlier, talking on them. Cars was driving by. Nobody was complaining about traffic, hearing a lot of noise or nothing. I was like, dang, technology don't be playing. I never in a million years thought that I would be wearing some of these like a few years ago. Well, probably longer than that. I used to be like, never, 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 ever. They go hard. They go hard. I think one has one more setting than the other. There's a straight piece of hair. That's why. It must have came from that side. I can't get it to go back. But there is I don't know, let me see. This one, the white ones. See how these instructions be. Okay. I don't know what language that is, so let's try to find English. Cause you know we there last Friday. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see where it's gonna tell me the functions of it. Serious? It has to, because that's how I know the differences. Cause like you can work your camera, you can do video, take pictures, listen to music, talk on the phone, answer calls. Mm, okay, that's it, but that's not in English. So, okay, here we go. Um, you can do pause, start, playback. Of course, you can switch, um, go to a different song. Volume up, volume down. Mm, if you tap it, it'll do like a quick fast forward. And you can reject the call, and you can answer the call in the call. Okay, so I got it. So that's with the white ones. So these black ones, they have the capability of also doing a camera, like pictures and stuff. Hmm. Yep, pretty cool. Hmm. And there's a lot of people hopping through. So I appreciate y'all for stopping through. I do that sometimes when I'm on TikTok. It kind of forces you to though, if you're going through your For You. I don't really like that though. I'm like, if I want to go in the live, let me choose to. Or I think they should have a separate category, a For You and a For You Live. So one thing I haven't heard in a while is anything about that um, ByteDance, is it? No, that's the company. Well, the Chinese app. Mm, tell I'm breaking my fast with the wrong thing, right? Uh, so when y'all come through, can you hit the like? Y'all come through, I be holding it down by myself. You know what? I don't like when they do that. They'll flash up there and be like, somebody sent somebody. What they got to do with me? I don't even know these people. I don't get that part. You telling me about somebody else sending somebody else? That's, mm, what, I'm live? Mm-mm. They ain't sending it to me. Mm-mm-mm. No. But anywho, you guys are boring, so bye.